Good afternoon, my fellow freedom fighters, sons and daughters of liberty, knights of freedom. Welcome to another great segment of walking on the Iroquois warpath. When I'm finished walking today's great 10-mile march through the Pennsylvania outback, I'm going to be at 8,950 miles in 5.5 years, almost 6 years, my friends. I'm very proud to say I'm going to reach another great milestone, and I'm going to be at 9,000 miles, right on target, right at the 6-year mark, because I actually started walking at the end of August in 2006. Wow, 6 years, amazing. But anyways, let's get right on with the subject. I know a lot of us can trace back our roots of being involved in the info war, and of course, I always tell you about 9/11, how if it wasn't for two of our greatest generation veterans of World War II saying, "Someone fell asleep at the switch." One on the West Coast and one on the East Coast. I watched TV all that day. I would have never woke up from my trance. I would have never woke up from being one of those guys that followed football and baseball and made all kinds of money from betting on games. I would have kept living the life of not knowing what the hell's going on. But they were right. And being the great genius, brilliant man that I am, I went off trail. I had to find out who the hell these people are that run our country. And sure enough, the further down the rabbit hole I got, the more I'm like, WTF, what the fuck? I'm like, geez, I wish those guys were right. The sad thing of it is trying to get those guys who are our greatest generation, the poor souls, you know, all their friends are dying off, and they fought to make America free from German tyranny and Japanese tyranny, and lost all their friends in that terrible war. How can you persuade them that their government is the enemy? It's very hard. So I was talking to a friend of mine. Let's flash into the future. My great friend Larissa. Hello, Larissa and Tony from England. I salute you. I have to say hello when I mention my friends on the internet. She's a great info warrior from England. She's from Russia originally, but anyways, back to the story. I was telling Larissa, I'm so angry. How can a man who walks for the troops tell them the truth about 9/11? I mean, here I was only, well, not even 2 years ago when Obama lied and said he killed a dead man. That was it. Because that's what I was getting at. I was like, it was that night, the night before bin Laden lied. I mean, Obama lied and said he killed bin Laden, because I knew bin Laden was dead. I never knew how George Bush was going to get himself out of that mess. I'm like, this guy's dead. How can you say you got bin Laden when he's dead? You know, I knew he was dead, and I knew Bush wasn't going to be able to lie his way out of that one, but they don't care. A bold lie. They just came right out and said, "Oh, we killed bin Laden." Everybody was happy except, you know, the people that knew the truth were like, what the hell? I couldn't believe it that he actually fucked up that bad. And it was from that day on, I will never live another lie these assholes tell me again. And I was scratching my head. How can a guy like Obama, he's a very smart evil man, okay? He became Dr. Evil because he's a pretty fucking smart dude. You gotta give that for him. I mean, he fooled half the country, you know, to get himself into the presidency. So he's not a stupid man. It was Hillary. And I was one of those guys, like I was trying to get to you guys, like the further down the rabbit hole you go, like say something happened up there on that branch. you can pinpoint, when you know everything that's going on up there, you can say, hey, that guy, this is connected here. I mean, we figure out false flags before they even happen now. Because we know. We just know these people because they're so stupid. And one of the most stupidest fools there are, who are the puppet masters of this country that actually control little puppets, it's Hillary and Bill. They're so stupid. They're freaking drug addicts, man. They're fucking crackheads. So it was Hillary. Go check it out. Rob Dew from Alex Jones talking about Hillary actually being the one that made, and a lot of her little cronies, they said, you have to do this, Obama. You have to. Peer pressure made him actually do something he knew that would fuck up. He knew that was going to be a fuck up, but fuck ups talked him into fucking up. And you got to think behind their strategy too. They probably wanted him to fuck up because, yeah, they wanted, yeah, they're all fuck ups. But anyways, I knew as soon as Hillary ran for president and Obama rose to the top like that horse from the end of the track and the racetrack, I'm like, that's Bill's horse. Bill, Obama's Bill's, man. Come on, man. He doesn't want his wife to win the presidency. So it's all crazy, man. We live in a crazy world, my friends. But once I said, like I said, I walk the path of truth, and I will never go live a lie, another lie these motherfuckers tell me to live, because I walk for the troops, because we are the voice of the soldiers, and they have to know the truth. Because if we don't wake up our soldiers and veterans, they're the only ones that can save us. And that's why I want them all to run for Congress, run for their local. That's why I run for Congress every year, just to inspire our greatest patriots to run for office, because we need patriots in high places. See you guys in the next video. Pass my videos to your friends and my website. Thanks for joining me.